So, here we are in the deep ocean. Isn't it beautiful? Look at all the fish and the shark. And we're not even in the deepest part yet. And that's what's so amazing about the ocean, is it's so giant and so vast and so deep that humans haven't even really explored but a small portion of it. Matter of fact, scientists believe that we may not have even explored but maybe 10% of the ocean. Because there's parts that are so deep, we can't even get down to it. Now, you know what's so amazing about that? That scientists even believe that despite all the different fish and animals that we know of that live in the ocean, that we only know a small portion. That there could be as many as 1 million different animals and fish living in the ocean right now that humans have not even discovered yet. We don't even know what they look like or where they live. We just know that there's a bunch of fish down there and a bunch of animals down there that we can't even find. Isn't that crazy to think about? That of all the things that we know, there's still huge parts of the earth that only God knows what's living there. And that's what we want to talk about today. You see, God knows everything about what lives in the ocean. While we may not know about the tiny, teeny little shrimp that lives 2 miles down deep in the ocean, God does. God knows all 1 million species we've never even thought about. God knows what they look like. God knows what they do. God knows what they eat. God knows where they sleep. And you know what's so amazing about it? Is that God not only knows about the different million species, God knows about the individual animals that make up those species. Think about that. There could be billions of animals down there, and God knows about each and every individual one. Now, I don't know about you, but that's pretty crazy to think about. God knows it all. And as much as God knows about all the animals in the world and all the other things in the world, the plants and everything else, did you know that God knows you just as much? See, in Psalm 139, the Bible tells us that God knows everything about you. Just as much as He knows about the fish in the sea, He knows everything about you. He knows your eye color. He knows how many teeth you have. The Bible especially tells us that God knows how many hairs we have on our head. Now, I know I don't have that many, but you know what? He knows how many I have, and He knows how many you have. You see, God loves you so much that He knows everything about you, down to the freckle on your hand, to that spot on your foot, and to that scar on your elbow from that bike wreck you had. God knows all about it. But as much as He knows those kind of things about us, the Bible also tells us that He knows our innermost parts. In other words, He knows our heart, and He knows our mind. He knows what we feel, and He knows what we think. Matter of fact, when those times that you feel like you are just sad and down and alone, did you know that God knows about that? That God feels what you're feeling with you? Did you know when you're thinking that I can't do this, I just don't know how it's possible, or why did that have to happen? That God knows what you're thinking and God cares? I don't know about you, but that's really comforting to me to know that God loves me so much that He knows what I think and what I feel, and He cares about that. It's not that He just knows, it's that He cares. And God loves you just as much. So don't ever let anyone tell you that you're not worth anything and that nobody cares about you. Because guess what? God does. God loves you, and God cares for you, and and God knows about you because of those. So I hope you have a great day today. And no matter what goes on today, or tomorrow, or any other time, don't ever forget that God loves you. Next time you go to the ocean, and you look down and you see all those animals in the ocean, or maybe on the sand, help that to be a reminder to you that God loves you, and God knows all about you. And maybe you don't get down to the ocean, but you know what? You get to the lake, or you just look in your front yard, and you see all those things out there. Remember, God knows about them. But most importantly, God knows about you, and He loves you very much.